I'm so excited that Gator has graced the show with his presence. Welcome. It's so nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me.
I have learned so much from you because, like I don't know how to fix anything, but I'm armed today. I'm ready to
There
go.
you go.
And I want to ask you, can you really clean a toilet with WD-40?
You can, but now what you just had is penetrating oil. You need the original WD-40 for
You're
that.
quick. You picked up on that
Yes,
right away,
yes.
didn't you?
The original is what you clean with. It's a better cleaner than anything, actually.
Yeah, I love how specific you are in your videos. Now, what is your favorite tip of all time? Because you've been doing this a while. What's your
Yeah, I've been
favorite
doing
tip?
it. I mean, there's so many. It
Yeah,
all started with pool noodles. That was a lot of fun
we
before the
love that.
WD-40.
The pool noodle on
So
the end of the net has helped me so much
that
because you're
is
right. You drop it
it.
in the
It's
water
it
and you got to
sinks.
go, oh man.
That was before WD-40, and some of the bugs around the windows, was always really good, and it's just gone so far,
I
since
learned the
then. So
one
there's
with
so many favorites.
WD-40 on the screen. I
It's
learned
it's
that
so
one
good.
recently.
It's so good.
Yeah, yeah, you've got a lot of great stuff. Now, so how long have you been doing this?
The social media,
Yeah, yeah.
about 2.5 years.
So how did you are either the world's greatest Googler or
No, it's not.
you've got a lot of experience doing this stuff.
So yes, ma'am. I started building houses when I was about 18, and I
Uh-huh.
did that for 15, 16, 17 years, and I worked for the city for many years doing water and sewer lines. I took care of swimming pools for the city. I've installed house alarms. I owned a window tint business on the side, and all this time I was doing this, I was also doing rental properties. So I've done a lot, and then about the last 15 years, I've been working for myself doing rentals. So everything I do and repair is all my own stuff. I don't do jobs for anybody.
Now my
So when
husband
people see
nailed it.
me,
He said that guy owns rental properties
that's
and
exactly
he
right.
had to learn how to fix stuff because my husband's a
Yes.
musician and he doesn't fix a lot of stuff. He goes to you to learn how to fix stuff. So I
So
we
that's
thought,
that's and so I just did it forever, and I've been in a rental business, and I just happened to get my son was sending me videos on TikTok, and I just had to get the app, and then I just started making a few videos here or there as a joke, and it just blew up. And I didn't realize how many people they started. I made one video about repairing something, and it was just on and on. How do you fix your door? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I was like, this is crazy. So I started making them, and it just started going. And then I just started using WD-40 out of the blue because I use it.
yeah.
And then they were like, "What else can you do with it?" And it just and here we are,
Well, the
just
character
totally
helps.
accident.
You've got
And
that
this is me.
great,
Like this is 100% me. Like this is like I don't script this stuff. Like I might not make a video for 2 days. I'll be outside. Oh, let me just do this real quick. I mean, that's
uh,
kind of how it goes. Or somebody will ask me a question, and I'll do it. So
and right
my
here in
buddies
Florida too. And
right here.
the thing is, I see you out there, and I know it's like 99% humidity, and you are
It is.
cool. You are so cool.
I'm so used to it.
So yeah, I wanted to pull back the curtain a little bit and just see, who you are and like how you learned all this stuff. So, all right, I have a question. How do you keep that green mold from forming on the patio umbrella? Do you have a fix for that? Or is
Like
that
the
one?
umbrella itself.
Yeah, like that. You know
I
how the
mean,
humidity makes it? Can you spray WD-40 on that?
I don't know if I would. I mean, you probably can. It gets really tough with that kind of stuff because the humidity in the air and the moisture, it almost creates that on those things, and it does it outside on a lot of your stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
it's
know.
really hard to keep that down, other than just wash it a lot. But they do have like some fabric style cleaner you can put on there, and I wouldn't use WD-40. But WD-40 makes a degreaser that would work for that as well.
Well, that's good, man. There's my answer, you know. I mean,
Yes, they
um,
make a degreaser. It's a brand new product actually.
and the more I look around, the more I find you everywhere. And you're telling me that there's some imposters now, and some of the stuff that I
There
post of
is.
you is not really from your site. So I apologize. I've been posting from someone
It's
else's,
okay.
and they have a
I
lot
tell
of
people all the
followers.
time, I say, it's hard to keep it. So you just, it is me, but a lot of times it will be a video I did a year ago or 8 months. That's why some of those accounts that aren't me, I look so different every video. Like one video I look like this, the next video I got long hair. But so one they post a video about an air conditioner hack and it's the middle of the winter. So those are the kind of things you can look at, but it's hard. It's hard to do anything about it, but
It is, and especially when they've got 1,000,000 followers, it
Yeah,
looks like it's
yeah,
you, and it
yeah,
happens with artists all the
and
time.
I'm not verified. I don't have a check mark, and people say, "Why don't you get verified?" Well, the main reason I don't is because on Instagram and Facebook they make you pay for it. It's $20 a month, and
And you shouldn't have to.
I'm not going to do that. If you, I'm
Yeah.
just not.
Are
So
you
that's why I
really
don't.
are you really a Gators fan? O Obviously.
I'm a huge Gator
You
fan.
got the
Been a Gator fan my
gear?
whole life. Yeah,
You got
my
the
dad
gear?
was a Gator, and my dad was in the Army 30 years,
Yeah,
retired military, two tour. So he was a mechanic. I've been
great.
fixing stuff since I was a little kid. He's a Gator fan, so I grew up around it in my
Well,
whole life. And he
we love our
retired. We moved here,
military,
and
love our
yes, ma'am.
Gators, and you rep it. I didn't wanna push it so far as to wear my Gator shirt today. I thought that'd be a
I
little
I bleed orange
fangirlish.
and blue. I got a big Gator head tattoo on my arm.
You do?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I've
So
seen when I see your arms sometimes, I can see some of them and I can't it's like
I
seeing
have a little bit. I don't show
yeah.
much, but I do have the Gator. It's
All
old school.
right.
It's been
Repping
there a
the
long
Gator.
time. Many, many, many years. Long before we even won our first title, I had that on there. So
Cool,
it's
man.
been a while.
And
But yeah,
now when you do the next, how many things do you break throwing things over your
you know,
shoulder?
uh, so about every time I throw a WD-40 can, I break the lid, and it's got to the point where I have to kind of reuse the lid and try to make it look like it. But I broke a lot of things. I broke a 6 foot ladder that I had for 20 years a couple times, and so that's gone. I broke most of the stuff I throw it, like the light thing I did the other day was just an old light I had and it broke as soon as I threw it. And but I try to be careful where I'm landing it, and I try to land some stuff in the grass,
Yeah, I'm sure
things like that.
I'd love to see a reel of the outtakes.
There has been some. I try not to. It doesn't take long, to make it. But I have thrown stuff before, and I have to go back. Sometimes I have to watch the video and find it because it might land in the shop behind something. I'm like, where did that go? And that was all just an accident. I never. That was all just. I was doing repairs, and I never said next or anything. That was a complete accident that I did a pool noodle video, and I
Mm,
said, all right, we can do this every day
that
for a year. And
works.
I was like, all right, next, and I just walked off the screen. Just
Now,
never even knew it. And then
who-
as I kept making videos for like a week, people were saying, "What happened to the next?" And I was like, "What are y'all talking about?" So
I
I
know.
just started saying that, and
We
and
wait
then the
for it.
throwing stuff just came later, and it just all just complete accident,
It's
complete
disappointing when it's
accident.
not there. You got to do the next.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now when I make videos, I have to look. I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I have something to throw. Like I can't throw the hot water heater, or I can't throw my lawnmower. So I have to kind of plan those things sometimes, but it's tough. It's
Just
tough.
keep that old broken can of WD-40 and switch it
That's
out.
what I do. That's what I do in the lid. I got a can I don't use as much. I try to throw it, and people always make fun about the little cans,
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I've got as many cans as you want, but those are the easiest to make the videos. Just have the little cans.
They need to give you an endorsement,
Well, I'm sponsored by WD-40,
Oh, you
actually.
are? Okay. Well,
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
done. And pool noodle
Yes.
too?
So no WD-40. So I made all the videos, and they were getting a lot of views. I had multiple videos go over 30 million views, last year
Mhm.
with WD-40. So they reached out to me, and they sent me some stuff, and then I made one video, and I signed a contract with them. So they sponsor me 100% now.
Now, how many
But I will
videos
tell
do you
people
do a
that
week? How many do you do a week, would you say?
um 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I try to do one every day, and I try to do one every day, but if I do one day and it really takes off, then I might not do one for a few days. Now for WD-40, I only make one a month. When I make these videos using WD-40, that's all my own stuff. I have to when I say thanks for sponsoring me and thanks for sponsoring the video,
Mhm.
that's the ones that they sponsor. The rest
Okay,
of the
got
stuff is
it.
100% me. That's where people kind of get confused. Like, this is me. Like, everything I do is me. I do this for free. Those videos that I do for them are just once a month, and I tell people I'm doing it. And I haven't done one in about 3 months, actually. So
But I'm so
it
pleased to see
changes.
that you are that guy. I mean, you aren't one bit different than you are in the videos.
No,
Do you
this is this is me.
do you have groupies? Come on, you
I
do.
try not to not do. I
Because
just do what I do.
hey, guys that
People,
can fix stuff, that's husband material right there. You gotta have
I mean,
groupies.
it's there everywhere. It's guys too.
Yeah, truth. All right, so
um,
I can imagine people trying to find where you live. We won't
I
talk about
call them the
it's in Florida.
paparazzis.
Yeah.
The paparazzis.
Yeah, they find out where you live, they're gonna be cruising by.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
do that
crazy.
with Tom Petty's house. I tend to cruise by there every now and then and do
Yeah,
selfies. Like I'm
He's
such
from
the
Gainesville.
fangirl.
I
It's
know. I
embarrassing.
love Tom Petty.
I
I love
know.
Tom Petty.
He's right behind. There you go, right behind me. On
Oh, he sure is.
yeah,
Yeah. How
he is.
cool.
Friend of mine drew that. Um,
That's awesome.
so yeah, he's a great artist. So all right, so that everybody can get to the proper videos because you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram. You said
Yes, ma'am.
recently
Facebook.
Facebook?
Facebook, yeah, it's doing pretty well too.
Yeah, you definitely are. So
So
the links to that or the links to so that they can just watch all the reels. What's the best way to
yeah.
get to you?
So you can go to if you're on my Instagram or my TikTok, mainly my TikTok, it has a link tree link at the top of my page, says link tree. If you click right there, there will be the icons for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And those will you just touch that, that will take you to my real page. And my real page is the only one that has that. The fake accounts don't have that.
And the name and your identity on that
The
page.
name's JM Gator. The only problem with on Facebook, there's a lot of them that have the same name. It's kind of
Okay.
hard to tell, but you can look at their about information and it'll have like a fake account and it'll be from like New York or somewhere. But that's not me. I'm in Florida, so
Yeah. Yeah,
and
and
I answer. So the other thing I tell people is I respond. Those accounts don't respond to anybody. I'll answer questions in the comments. I'll make videos every day. And so that's kind of how you know is I will respond. I can't respond to everybody. I probably get over 10,000 comments a day.
Mhm.
Emails, I mean, it's I can't respond to everybody, but I do respond a lot. And people appreciate that.
I was really I took a shot and reached out and I'm like, I gotta talk to this guy. I
I
gotta see
see
what
them, and
makes
I,
him
I
tick, you
appreciate
know?
that. I'm honored when people when like you send them like it's cool that people even want to watch it. I just I'm just a regular dude. So it's just it's all craziness to me.
I know pretty soon there'll be t-shirts in the fan club and well
It's it's
I
it's
guess
crazy.
the imposters that is in a way a fan club in itself. It's just
They
they
are. I used
could
to get
come.
really mad and try to, but now I just said, you know what? If you want me all over your account, and then go ahead. I mean,
Right. It's
I
not like
can't do
they're
anything. It's
altering.
all. Yeah,
They're
and they
not
can't make videos. They can't answer questions.
they
I'm the
can't
only one
fix
that can
stuff.
do that. So
Right.
they can't
Right.
fix anything. They're just straight. And a lot of those people I find will make an account, and gain a bunch of followers, and then they'll change the name and make it a different account. They just use it, to get the followers, mainly. But it's all good. I tell people I got a job. I'm in the rental business. I do this for fun and to help people, and whatever comes along, and I'm good.
You're huge coast to coast. Seriously, I know people in,
it's it's
the
really crazy,
far northeast
honestly.
and South Florida and all the way out to California. They all know who you
People
are.
from Canada and
Mhm.
it's I went to so I went out to Vegas about 3 weeks ago for a WD-40 event and spent a few days there, and people were just
Everyone knew you.
just everywhere. Yeah, and I was like, man, all the way in Canada, we watch you. It's just crazy to me, the outreach. And I
Right.
didn't. It took me a long time to realize how I affected people. So I really, there's the people, all ages, from kids like me to oldest people there are. So I really try to make the content for everybody. I'm not going to be saying a bunch of cuss words. I'm not going to be playing a bunch of songs. It's what it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
try to make it for everybody.
You're the real
But I'm
deal.
still me. I'm still funny, and I'm still just that. I'm outgoing, and I like to joke a lot, and things like
Who
that.
knew that spraying some oil could bring you
Who
fame,
knew?
you know?
Who knew?
It,
It's never in a million years would I thought that.
it's great. Well, it just goes to show that if when someone has some knowledge and is determined and you got the
Yeah.
great personality, um, you can make it happen. And
I didn't know everybody would like it.
I saw you giving advice to someone on one of the reels who they were frustrated because they were trying to, be an influencer and they had quite a few and you said just keep with it, man. Just and you were nice enough to give them advice and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty
And
cool.
people
So
ask me all the time, how do you go viral? How do you gain followers? And I'm just like,
be
I'm just
likable.
me. Like
Yeah.
you can't force that. It's either
Mhm.
it's just a lot of luck. And I'm 100% me. Like what I do there, that's just me every day. And
You either have to be
that's just
really
how I've
cool
been.
and interesting or a colossal jerk that people make fun of.
Right. Yeah. A
It's
bunch. Yeah.
it's
That's
one
right.
or the
That's
other,
right.
but if
That's
you're like
exactly right.
middle of the road, it doesn't cut it.
Yeah.
So,
That's
boy,
right.
it has
It's tough.
been great meeting you and
Yeah.
talking
It's
with
been
you.
such an
And
awesome time. I'm so thankful to be here.
do you and you answer questions so people can reach out through your
I
social
do. I
media?
do answer questions. People ask in the comments, I will respond. And I do have in my link tree, there is my email, and people can find me there, and I will respond, as much as I can. I just tell people I do this, I don't get paid to answer questions in it, but I will go out of my way. And if you send me pictures of stuff, I'll try to answer you because I've done this for so long that I know and I can't people ask me questions every day I can't answer, you know, like, "How do you fix a leaking faucet?" Well, they're all different.
Yeah, right.
"How
Call
do you tear
plumber.
my wall out?" You know, "I wanna add a room to my house." I mean, I can't tell you how to do that on a
Right.
video, you know? I can do it, but,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, but you can't
but I
tell.
do the best I can,
But
and I'll be
simple
glad to
things
help anybody.
like the shower head when it gets that stuff
Simple.
around it and, you can't
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you think, "Do I buy a new one or no, I'm going
That's
to
what
Gator Tips."
that's what most people do, and I've
Or
done and, you know, just adjusting your door and little things like that are just the simplest things that people just don't do, you know? I've had people tell me, "Man, my door has been not closing right for 15 years, and I just fixed it in 5 minutes." You know,
yeah.
people just don't know or they're scared to ask because people, think they're dumb or something for not knowing, and I don't care about that.
Well, most people are pretty dumb about fixing stuff, so it's
Yeah.
really helpful when there's someone who's
I'm
willing
glad
to
to
put
help
that
because
out
that's
there.
how I learned. You know, we didn't have YouTube and Google when I grew up. You had to ask somebody. So I learned
Mhm.
growing up how to build, how to fix things, and so I'm just passing on what I know. Whoever wants to know, then that's cool.
Thanks for being you. So go to
Thank you
TikTok
so
and
much.
we'll be able to see all of your pages from there.
Yep, JM Gator.
Thanks a
Yes,
lot,
ma'am.
Gator. Man, you're awesome.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
joining
You have
us.
a great day.
Take care, man. Go Gators.
Appreciate you. Oh yeah.